What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to Hungary for success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today, we could potentially win our first Hungarian top division, the OTB Bank Liga. We just need to not lose both the remaining games this season, and we'll be fantastic. We'll win the league, and it'll be our first time. And I can't wait. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, make sure to like and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to the channel. Now let's get into it. So fellas, with the final two games of the season, as I said, if we win, we make it into the Champions League Champions Path qualifying, first qualifying round, which that would be pretty good. I think next season it's not been decided yet. But we've got a couple more second qualifying round group positions for the Hungarian division, because we've been doing rather well in the Europa Conference League. Hopefully we can do something to help this. We have been a little bit distracted with all of that's going on at the minute. We still have Matteo coming in July, but we also have a couple of other players who are going to be joining us, like, I didn't even think how to pronounce this guy's name, Brokiliaka, who's joining us from Hajduk. He's an attacking midfielder slash central midfielder. Looks a pretty decent Mazzella, if I do say so myself. He's going to be coming in next season. He's decided doesn't want to sign a contract with Hajduk, so he's going to leave the second best Croatian club to come to Hungary. We're also signing Martino Juanario, Mozambique player from the Mozambique national squad. Played 3 under-20 games. This guy looks fantastic. Can't wait to get him into the team. He was on a $5 a week. I think we're going to be paying him a couple of grand or something like that. It's a little bit of cash. We're paying a little bit of cash in wages for him, but we're looking pretty fruity for next season. Nobody's left just yet. We're gonna see how that goes. Since we were here last though, it's not been going well. We did win 3 games in a row, beating Diskior, Honvéd and Újpest, but then we drew with MTK, which was very disappointing. Then we drew with Paks, which again, very disappointing. And then drew with Meshkoved, even though I think pretty sure we should have beat Meshkoved. We should have beat them, but we didn't, which was really disappointing. Then the player sent off in the 88th minute. We still couldn't do anything to beat them. So we're going into this game on the back of form. Every player likes us, which is the main thing. But thankfully, MTK losing today guarantees us at least second. So we're going to finish first or second, and we have a 5-point advantage over Ferencvaros. So even a draw today is enough for us. But we're going into this tactical meeting. One thing I did find out is, well, actually, if we go back to talking about how the league went, we could have won the game, or won the title in the last 3 games. Obviously, drawing all of them, that's not ideal. And I had shoot on sight was selected. I did not know that for the last couple of games. I must have misclicked in the tactical meeting and said that, and I was trying to figure out why my players were playing terribly all of a sudden. It was because of that. Gerardo Silva is going to start this game, because I had a chat with On Guard, and he got pissed off because I was like, hey, play better at football. And he was like, what do you mean? It's like, you're playing terribly. Do better. Lastro's played a couple of games recently. He's actually been pretty decent. Not playing today, because I'm going to put out Wagner in, even though his average, his last 5 matches has been 6.42. Not very good, but he's starting in goal. Perlevsky and Silva are starting as our wing backs. Derek and Bushiri in central defence. Bukovic and Katona as our central midfield. Versace and Abe as our wide men, with Riffin and Mandira up front. Versace can play the whole game, that's fine. Ortiz can play 75 minutes, that's fine. Carlsberg returns from his holiday tomorrow, as does Didier Diaz, so potentially not going to be here for the day we lift the trophy, which would be nice if we could do that. But as you can see, a lot of our players are playing poorly lately. It's just not been great. I really hope that Katona can up his game. This guy, I have high hopes for him. But we're going into this game knowing that even a draw would be enough, because we have a 5-point advantage, and if we still have a 5-point advantage for the end of the last game of the season, you can't score 5 points in one game. So we're just going to be sitting here hoping that worst case scenario, we get a draw. It's good. Yeah, see the question there. A draw against them is good enough. That it is. Our scouts, I've sent them out to different parts of the world. They're very interested in trying to get us to sign a new goalkeeper. Don't see any reason to replace Hood Wagner yet. He's been quite good. What I would like is some of the current players to take up Hungarian nationalness when possible. And Riffin puts it in the back of the net. I'm going to actually nickname a couple of our players because I've been considering nicknames for different players recently. I think it's Bubakar Solo. I think I'm just going to call him Mr. Solo Dolo because Kid Cudi fan. Yeah, he's one that I'm definitely considering. I think Rocky Bushiri, maybe Rocky Balboa. Oh goddamn, a volley's through. Hood Wagner stays strong, stood his ground, could not get the ball past him. His attributes haven't changed a huge amount, but for some reason they reckon now that he's only good as a standard goalkeeper. We've had one shot on target. We've had one shot and one on target, and it was a goal. Can't really complain about that now, can we? We cannot. Oh, we are so lucky Azuni put that one wide. I'm hella bright. I'm gonna just, while this is going on, just ignore me. Just ignore me. I'm just flicking on the. Is that better? Flicking on the main light in the room. It's a little better. We're actually not doing too badly. Also, at the same time, not doing too greatly. Abe with the corner. Derek. Oh, Katona. Zoltan Katona heads that into the back of the net with the assist from Derek. Beautiful. Abe gets it on. Derek, wayward shot. It was going to go wide, so good thing Katona got a touch to it. Puts it in the back of the net. To be fair, I don't think Katona's the tallest player in the world. Yeah, 5'7". What are you doing in the box, buddy? What are you doing there? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that Mozambique midfielder joining us. He should be quite the player. Versace has just cut through everybody. Federico Versace puts it in the back of the net. We are 3-0 up against second in the league. Hopefully we can continue doing this for the entire game. Riffin with a beautiful touchdown for Versace. And then Versace just runs past everybody like it's nobody's business. Abe to take another corner. Yeah, Abe takes another corner. Unfortunately, Ferencvaros come away with the ball. And Bolly goes through again. Hopefully Bolly leaves Ferencvaros. Because he's a bit of a pain in my Bolly. That was terrible. Does he have any interest in him? Not at the moment. Really like if he left. I think we'd have a. Go on, Derek. Derek, do it. Oh no, they have a player had to go off injured. Oh no, that's awful. Oh no, it's been a fairly tight game for XG, which is surprising because we were really not great at the start of this game. Gerardo Silva, to be fair, they did tell me he needed a rest, and I was like, ha, nah, mate. So he's a little bit on the tired side. Although, to be fair, he's not too tired for this game, but he's probably going to be taken off for on guard. To be fair, is delighted. So we have he's the only one that's not like flicking between inspired and motivated. He's just motivated. But this could be a very, very important game for us today. Abe picks the ball up in midfield, takes a bit of a jaunt forward, finds Katona, tries to find Versace, but it's slightly under hit cross pass. Ooh, the little cheeky step over by Shanto, but Katona says not today. Kovic, oh, beautiful little pass to Katona. Back to Kovic. Versace, Katona finds Abe. Tried a cheeky little pass, but it didn't work. And Riffin is true. Riffin gets his second of the game. 4-1 to us. Everything's going relatively well. This shows the difference between how good our team is when we can play everybody and when we are limited to 5 non-EU players. So we do need a lot of our players to pick up Hungarian nationality, which some of them are getting close to. Like Suarez, still a backup option. It'd be handy to have him, so I'd be able to put him in on the bench or as a starting centre back in some of the cup games without having to worry about him taking up a non-EU slot. Versace is quite tired. We are going to make change. Okay, it's finally popped up. Silva is still playing terribly, so Ongaard's going to go on for him. Versace is quite tired. Abe is quite tired. Mandira is not really showing up today, so we're going to put Riffin there. For Johnson's going to come on and be a target man, because that's what he'd do. For Johnson, who I think I recently gave like a pretty hefty contract to. Yeah, let's give him a massive contract at the end of last season. It's a little bit of an oversight, but that's just what we do here. We've got money, and I've decided to start spending it unnecessarily, because why not? We've almost had $1 million for a player already. That was quite nice for us, Selling Gabriel, who is probably the one player that I really shouldn't have sold, because he had picked up homegrown at club. Fred Johnson has a shot blocked by their goalkeeper. Abe is a little on the tired side, so Rosas is going to come on as an inverted winger. Put my fists at him, do a job, be one of those football guys. Poor Versace, he's going to just keep running around for the remainder of the game. Put Wagner with the free kick. It's not a great free kick. The Fridge tries to get there. Bushiri hits it back to Wagner. This can't be a highlight. Or, sorry, that can't be the highlight. So, somebody is going to do something. Derek boots it clear. Gets back to him. Mandira has been quite hit or miss in the last month or 2 months. Especially when her form kind of fell in the hole. So I feel like him not scoring has been a bit of an issue. But our Indonesian striker Riffin puts the ball in the back of the net and then phases through the corner flag. That is a pretty cool trick he's got there. Katona with the free kick. Versace can't get on the end of it, but Rosas is going to pick it up. Rosas finds Katona. Just about finds Derek with his back pass. Goes all the way back to Wagner. And beautiful ball for Rosas. He can't get it past Dibish. So the score stays at 5-1. I am going to say we've won the league. Pretty confident. We've won the league. We've won the league. We managed to kind of bottle it last year, but this time around, we've won the league. And when I say kind of bottled it, the first time we were top of the league last year was the last game of the season. Unfortunately for Ortiz, he's not on the pitch to be lofting the trophy above his head. I'm there then, just cannot give a shit. I'm just like, yeah, it's pretty good. Well done, lads. This was a foregone conclusion from like the 7th or 8th game. What Wagner is going to do does a little cheeky trick. Beautiful. Does a cartwheel. Outstanding, lads. Congratulations. These moments, or enjoy these moments. They are what every footballer dreams of. Motivated Kovac, who, to be fair, when he joined this club, had never played for a top division team. We gave him his top division debut. He was Slaven Bratislava's B team, or in their B team. He's only come to us and won the goddamn league in his first season. Qualified for the Champions League. Delighted. Rebrov, not happy. I think he's probably going to get sacked. Oh, 3.4 million, 72k initial wages. What? Oh, suits you, sir. We are going to get so much money for playing in the Champions League. Ended Ferencvaros' stranglehold on the league. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised we get 3.4 million. But we'll take it. We'll take it. We definitely need to build a squad for next season, because I don't think what we have here is good enough to get us into the Champions League group stages. We'll find out. So we're going to do we play the Fehervar game? What was the most amount of points that's been scored by a team? Okay, so we've already beaten last season's. Can't beat that season. Beaten that season. Okay, so I'm interested to see. We'll skip to the end of the game. We'll have a quick chat about what I want for next season, so we can just have like a look at all the how everything ends. So we will be back for that in just a second. Right, fellas. So as you can see from the screen in front of you, we did beat Fehervar in the second or in the final game of the season. Good thing I did enjoy it because the game went on for quite a while. We did play fairly rotated side. Gave some people appearances who wouldn't normally get in the team. Like recently, Ortiz has been injured, so it's nice for him to come back in. Beltran got an appearance in today's in the game. Literally, I think it was just yesterday. No, it was actually today. Suarez came off the bench. Our Syrian midfielder got off the bench, and he's been scoring. He's been pretty decent recently, so it's fair enough. Yeah, we smashed them 3-0. Carlsberg scored a goal. Mandira scored a brace, one of which was a penalty. Scored his second penalty in 4, so that's actually not terrible. But yeah, we did win quite comfortably. I didn't actually check to see how the rest of the results went. Ferencvaros and Meshkoved drew, so didn't really need to worry too much. Pax, depending on who wins the Hungarian Cup, might actually be in Europe next season, which is just crazy. Having beaten Shenteric. Disciori ended up getting relegated, so because they drew with Kishvarda. Oh, Disciori, why couldn't you beat Kishvarda? I really want Kishvarda to get relegated, and I'm not sure why. But because Mandira scored that penalty in the last game, he actually was the top goal scorer in the league, and he broke he was already pretty much guaranteed unless Carlsberg scored 10 more goals in that last game of the season. We had 25 goals, pretty good. Did have a bit of a torrid time toward the end of the season for in terms of scoring goals, but he was pretty good. I'm surprised nobody's interested in signing him. But I thought that would have been something that people would have wanted. Maybe an Italian club pops in and they're like, "Hey, this guy's been scoring goals." But yeah, he's I think he broke the record for amount of goals scored by a player in the league for us. Also, like you can see, we dominated pretty much everything. Assist wise, Versace was equal, but still, Morty's a lightener, ex-player of ours getting in there. Average rating, Carlsberg and Mandira, top 2. Carlsberg had the most player of the matches by 3. It's pretty decent. Clean sheet wise, not so much. But we dominated the yellow cards as well. Geraldo, Silva, Derek, and Kovic all picking up the most yellow cards, and 3 injuries at the moment. Not ideal, obviously. We have been a little bit busy since we were here last with signing or trying to sign players. El Hanach is a French centre back. I'm just looking to bring in on a contract because why not? 5-star potential, 19 years old, PSG player, or ex-PSG player. Be interesting to see how he gets on. We did have a couple of other players we were looking at. They all either decided to move to different clubs or signed new contracts with the clubs they were currently at, which is fantastic. But we do have, still plenty of money left over. I think we have a couple of players that are running out of contract potentially. No, not in the first team. And the 3 players that are running out of contract in the second or the under-19s don't really care. To be fair, Victor Illes was a player that I had high hopes for when we were in the second division. It's not really worked out for him, to be fair. He's dropped off an awful lot. We've progressed significantly faster than he had, and Saichev just wasn't good enough. I think is he okay? He's not injured anymore. He broke his leg or something, lower back stress fracture. Because VAC were paying some of his wages, I was like, just stay at VAC. Just didn't bother bringing him back. Because why would I? Why would I bring a player back when the team that has him on loan is paying some of his wages? It happened to someone else as well. If I can remember, we do need to kind of get rid of some of the, under 19s, but we do have news as well. Training facilities have been upgraded, and they're going to be upgraded again along with our youth facilities. Our junior coaching budget has increased as well to I I've selected the wrong one, haven't I? I have. The junior coaching is now exceptional. So we need to increase the average youth recruitment. We've spent quite a significant amount of money. So I think it was for the youth facilities, it was like 1.6 million, 1.7, and the training facilities was like 1.5. So spent just a tidbit of money. We did receive 443,000 for winning the league, and then paid out just shy of that to our backroom staff and squad. So that's acceptable, I guess. We have also signed Gert Lauritz, an Estonian central midfielder who can also play right back, which, low determination. We'll just pop him in the first team, see what happens. He's 24 under 21 caps for Estonia, playing in Slovakia. This guy's travelled all over. He's trained in Estonia and Slovakia, but trained at Zelina. See how he gets on. He looks okay. 18 years old, plenty of potential. See what he gets up to. I think we gave him 500 quid a week, so we'll see how he gets on. We had 3 midfielders coming in for next season, and a striker who I think is expecting to be a first team player when he arrives. Not so sure about that, but I'm not going to have a chat with the lads just yet. We did demote one of our players. What's his name? Tiago Lopez. Yeah, dropped him back to the under 19s. He was injured, so no point in keeping him in the first team. If I remember correctly, they did quite well toward 16-2 in their most recent game. Mr. Solo Dolo scoring 7 goals, just the 7. And Ali Nassau, who is a player did I tell you about this guy? We signed a couple of players during the we signed him. I don't think we sold anybody else. We've 2.5 million out, 52k in. I think we've done quite well for ourselves. Can't wait for Ziris to come back next season, see how he gets on. This guy, I did want to play him, but was asking him in, and we're like, hey, do you want us to pay like the majority of his wages? And I was like, okay. And he's going to get game time? Yeah. Thanks, buddies. So I think we have a decent side for next season. Obviously, we're going to spend lots of money bringing some extra players in. We'll have to wait and see how that goes, because this money's burning a hole in my pocket. I don't like having money in my pocket. But we're expected to sort of stay where we are. But for the next episode is going to be, as always, the end of season review. And then we'll have a look at the transfers before the season starts. We do have the Champions League for next season, though. So I don't know when the games for that round are going to start, but we'll come back for them because it's our first time playing the Champions League, and that would be fantastic if we could make it any higher. Like, if we imagine if we made it into the group stage of the Champions League, that would be insane. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends, and then we'll see you in the next one.